Go ahead. Have your fun. Bust it out. Tatiana. Ooh. Tree branch to tree branch, you little bird. Welcome back to another unruly video. If you're new, welcome. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell so you know when we post. If you're a returner, what's poppin'? So today I have another lovely video from our household and friendly app, TikTok.
Why you should never marry your best friend if you're a woman. So the value of female group friendships seems really undervalued in modern society. You should never marry a man who's your best friend because when hiccups come up, he's gonna go elsewhere to find a woman that he can feel more of a man with. He can think you're his best friend, but you should always maintain a close circle of girl friendships that you can talk to because there's nothing more therapeutic than a good circle of girlfriends. You can have one, you can have two, but you lose your leverage if you're married to a guy that you will compromise for. Strategically speaking, it is better for him to see you as your best friend and you have a good circle of girlfriends who will support you when things arise, which they inevitably will.
What? Ugh. This is shit that blows my mind. It blows my fucking mind. So, you hear her speak about one. When y'all get into an argument, the male will then go on and find someone else to go chat to be a man with. Why do we have to predicate being a man around a man leaving and going to someone else? Where do we get that narrative from? That men are just gonna up and leave you if y'all get into some sort of bad argument or some sort of disagreement. Where does that come from? And I think she's speaking from experience. She has to be speaking from experience. And two, she's probably single and has that little friend group. Now, while I do condone the friends, and women should always have females that they can confide in and get energy from, because there are certain things that women can empathize with other women that men just can't, like, period. I've never had a period in my life. I don't know what the fuck that is. And every time my best friend, my shorty, tells me about her that was going on with her, I'm like, I'm gonna try to be on my best behavior so the demon don't come out. But I can't empathize with you. So I do understand that certain things you have to then have a friend group, and even just empowerment and all of those things. It's very important and vital that a woman has her support group and not just her man to lean on, because there are benefits to having friend groups. But let's break down the bullshit that came out of this fucker's mouth. So one, he's going to go to another woman after you have an argument, or going there to seek help or to be a man with someone else because y'all are getting in an argument. That's bullshit. That is BS. Not all men. Let's stop. Why do we subject an entire group to a treatment that one individual has given you? That doesn't make sense. You see what I'm saying? When you get in an argument with your man, yes, your ex probably went off to go talk to somebody, but that doesn't mean all men do so. Most men, when y'all get in an argument, get frustrated and want to go either play games, drive, listen to music, go out in the car, leave, walk around, whatever, and come right back home to his shorty. That's what they do. That's what men do. We just leave the premises and come back. You're my shorty. I'm not just about to bounce and leave because we had one petty argument. Where do you get that narrative from? That's crazy. Me and my shorty, when we get in an argument, bro, and rarely do we get in an argument because we learned how to speak and communicate. And that's what people don't understand. You have to learn how to speak and communicate with your partner. This is a partnership. In marriage, she's speaking about marriage. And she bringing up those values. She's not married. She's not married. She's not married. And then I searched the comments, and here's a comment that she left. If he is your best friend, then he will try to get away with murder. Much better if you don't tell him much and he keeps chasing you. What advice are you giving? When you're married, I don't think you understand the difference between a relationship and marriage, because there's a big difference. Marriage is an oath under God saying that this is my partner till I die. This is my soulmate. This is the person I'm going to go through thick and thin, no matter what it is in life. This is the person I'm sticking it out with. This is not an agreement that you then just make and then tomorrow you can just be done with and wash your hands as if it never existed. No, this is not what you do. In a best friend relationship, especially, no one is going to try to commit murder. Or in that instance, she means go out and cheat and come back. If you're my best friend, this means I can confide in you and feel no judgment. I can tell you anything and you won't be surprised. I can give you all of my insecurities, my trauma, the things that make me me on this planet, and you will empathize and sympathize with me no matter what the issue. If I were to ever have the audacity to do some fuckery like that with my best friend, who is my shorty, the first thing I'm going to do is tell her, one, because I respect her that much, and two, I'm going to feel insanely guilty. This is not men where do you get this narrative of men are going to try to get away with murder? It's going to be the opposite. And statistically speaking, women cheat more than men. Sorry to break it to you. And what is this chasing business you speak about? Men, you're not gonna tell him things because you want him to chase? Well, you continue having and wanting men to chase you because you know what's going to happen? Around 40, your body is going to start deteriorating. And I even think around 25, women hit their peak. And then it goes downhill after that. Whereas men, we don't hit our peak till 50. Bruh, are you fucking kidding me? And you talking about chasing? You know what? You continue to spread the advice of chasing. And when women are 40, 45 looking to settle down with men and they turn around and no one's chasing them no more, what then? Who is going to console them then? Because right now you're promoting what society is promoting, all of this hot girl business. But like I said before, go ahead. Get thrown around like a carnival cruise beach ball. Go ahead. Have your fun. Bust it out. Tatiana. Ooh, do all of it. But when it's time to settle down and you get bored and tired of going to sleep alone and you have to buy 2 cats to have company, remember all that hot girl business you was with. All of that jumping from kaki to kaki. Go ahead. Tree branch to tree branch, you little bird. Go ahead. No problem. 2, she spoke about not willing to compromise. Now, if you're married, again, this has to be a distinct line and barrier that we have to understand. Relationship and marriage are 2 different things. 2 different things. Therefore, you can play the little games of, oh, I'm not going to compromise anything while you're in a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship. But when you pass the line and you jump over into committed marriage, everything is a compromise. Everything that you do is a compromise. What you eat, where you go, the friends you have, the events you attend. Everything is a compromise because you have to now take into account that this is a partnership now. So everything that I do is directly going to affect this person. If I decide that I'm now going to turn into a vegan, that is going to directly affect what my shorty eats at night. You know why? Because we live in the same household. You know what that also will affect? Our finances. The money we spend on food is going to be affected because it's not the same anymore. You understand? So everything that you do in a committed marriage is a compromise. And I don't think you're ready for that if you have to talk about not telling him much and not exposing yourself to him too much so that you lose your leverage. What leverage, baby girl? Let me tell you something, baby girl. If we together and you're my shorty and I decided to give you that ring to say that I want to have this walk with you in life for the rest of my life to the day I stop breathing, that means everything we do is a unit. There is no more leverage. What is this leverage you're speaking about? It makes no sense in my eyes. What are you about to do? You about to do something that you're going to need the leverage? Confused. Now, while there are certain things that, yes, a male should still continue to chase his wife in terms of when my shorty comes home, yes, I'm going to smack her on the ass. Baby, you look good. You're set good. Your body look good. When we go in the bedroom and it's fight night, I beat it up. You see me? When I'm starting to whine and grind. You see what I'm saying? The sex appeal, that all of that stuff is real when it comes to the chase. But the chase of me not telling you stuff because I don't want to compromise, because I don't want to lose my leverage, get the fuck out of here. And lastly, and I think this is one of the things that we all mistake, even guys, having a friendship or a friend circle that you can run to when you have problems in your relationship. So you're telling me you want to go to other individuals to figure out a situation or a solution to a situation that's not working in your household? Does that make any sense? Now, if she said, oh, you should have girlfriends that are married that have that you can go relate to and find common areas that you all can work on to make sure that your household is better, that would make sense. But when you talk about you need a support group and blah, blah, most women's support group have at least 1 to 2 single women in it. If not, the majority of them are single. And when it's time for you to go console and have these conversations of empowerment and how to fix the problem in your house, the lot of those women are not going to give you good advice because they're not married. And even if they're in a relationship, they're in a relationship. They're not married. There are 2 different scales here. And at the bare minimum, at the bottom, you should at least expect that my wife, my lady, is not going to go find solutions to a home problem outside of home. People have lost contact with how to speak with other people. We have lost how to communicate. That is the number one thing in a marriage. Communication. You see what I'm saying? You have to communicate. Stop spreading fuckery. You speak about going to a friend group to get support when you have a problem or when there's an argument that arises. Go straight to your spouse. Isn't that the person you have a problem with? I'm confused. We have to normalize communication between people, one, and also in relationships. I spoke about it in another video. When it comes to speaking and having communication between you and your spouse, that is the key to a long-lasting relationship. When my shorty and I have a problem, we sit down in the second that the problem occurs and we talk about it. And you know what that does? Within minutes, the tension is broken, one, because we're figuring out together how to get to a common solution to our problems. And then the other thing, you know what happens when you have that communication with your person? You have to compromise. You learn to compromise. And when you compromise, you're giving something up for the other person. And what does that do? It makes you value the other person because you're taking stuff away from your life to benefit the security of the two of you. That is what life is about. What? What marriage tools are you giving people? That makes no sense. Zero. But again, if you want to get thrown around like a Carnival Cruise beach ball, be my guest. You see what I'm saying? Because when you're older and you're looking for men that really want to take you serious, that's what your chance is going to be gone. Because one, the men that are in your age bracket, we're probably already married, settled down with children and grandchildren. And the younger men certainly don't want your old dusty ass. So, I mean, good luck to you. Good fucking luck. But that pretty much wraps up this video. I thank you for watching. Please like. It helps us with the algorithm. Please tell me down below what you think about this topic and how you would go about situations in your marriage. Also, if you haven't checked out our Unruly podcast, The Mirror, we are talking about confidence this week. I thank you again for listening. Have a great day.